Hey gang, what's going on? Just getting home. I know I just posted another video a little while ago. Had to stop and grab a couple things on my way home, but I am getting home and I am seeing that the AP Top 25 rankings are out. Ohio State is still at the top, undefeated, followed very closely by Indiana and Texas A&M at 7-0. Um, then behind them, rounding out the top five, is Alabama at 6-1 and Georgia at 6-1. Of course, we know Bama lost to FSU in spectacular fashion at the beginning of the season. Florida State has turned out to be mediocre at best, but it is not hurting Alabama's record at all because Alabama has come through and beat 3, 4 top 10 teams in a row. And I think they have knocked off everybody on their vengeance list from last year. Georgia, of course, their only loss coming at the hands of Alabama 2 weeks ago. That is your top five. There are a total of 10 SEC teams in the top 25, which means that 62% of the SEC is in the top 25 rankings. So other SEC teams making the cut. We've got Ole Miss at 8 at 6-1. We got Vandy at 10 at 6-1. Big congrats to Vandy, by the way, for making the top 10 at 6-1. We've got OU at 6-1 at number 13. Missouri at 15 at 6-1. The Volunteers at 17 at 5-2. LSU at 20 at 5-2. And how in the Blue Blazes is Texas number 22? Oh, wait. We already know. That's the only one I've got a question about. I'm not trying to knock Texas. They have managed to come up with a 5-2 record, but let's examine who they've beaten, shall we? They have beaten San Jose State, UTEP, the University of Sam Houston, OU, and then they barely beat Kentucky yesterday. So the only quality win, if we're going to talk about quality wins that they have on their resume, is OU. Now, could Texas be playing rope-a-dope and actually come out and do something big if they were to make the playoffs? Absolutely. For those of you not old enough to understand what the rope-a-dope is, the greatest boxer of all time in my lifetime, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, had a match. I want to say it was against George Foreman, if I'm not mistaken. George Foreman at that time, yes, the same guy that made the George Foreman grills, was a boxer and widely renowned amongst his peers as the hardest puncher in the sport. Had a match against Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali knew he was a hard hitter, so what he did was he just laid up against the ropes and made sure to only take the punches on his arms, to not take any heavy body shots or head shots, let Foreman tire himself out. And once Foreman got tired, he came off the ropes and he wore him out. That style of boxing was coined rope-a-dope. So Texas probably, well, I won't say probably, but Texas could be playing rope-a-dope and then get into the playoffs and unleash all fury of hell on everybody. But come on, let's be real. We've seen the product that they're putting on the field. There's no way that that's a game plan that Sarkisian sat down and said, we know we can beat these guys. We're just going to do what we need to do to get to the playoffs, and then we're going to hit the Nas and take off. But yeah, that's the only one for me that's questionable. LSU might also come into question just because of quality of play, but they are still 5-2. They are still 5-2, and they had a couple of really good wins this season, and their defense is very good. So that's what we've got as far as the top 25. We can maybe take some time to break it down a little later on once I get Colin on, or maybe I'll get my boy Sean Spencer, paging Sean Spencer. If you'd like to break this down and join the conversation, you are more than welcome. Or maybe we can get the whole college football crew. That'd be great by me. Love to do a show with you guys. Haven't done one so far this season. But that is your top 25 now. Moving forward, we got OSU at 1, Indiana at 2, Oregon at 6, Georgia Tech. That's the other team I wanted to talk about. 7-0. I said this yesterday. Very impressive seasons by both teams. Both of these teams for Georgia were teams that we would see on the schedule and go, win. That's a win for us. Diego Pavia is definitely pulling the Lee Corso for the last couple of seasons and being like, not so fast, my friend. So congratulations to both of them. BYU at 7, undefeated. Notre Dame 5-2. That one's kind of a kicker for me as well because they had the 2 losses and were still in the top 25. Any other team, that's where, I hate to say it, but that's where name brand recognition comes into play, because just about any other team at 0-2 would not be allowed to even stay in the top 25. But they have been impressive in rattling off 5 straight. So we'll see what happens in their next 5 games. Texas Tech at 14. UVA at 16 at 6-1. USF, South Florida at 6-1. Louisville at 5-1 at 19. Cincinnati at 6-1 at 21. Illinois at 23 and 6-1. Arizona State, a very good Arizona State, at 5-2, and Michigan at 5-2, rounding out the top 25. Those are your top 25 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we may break this down later, whether it's me and Colin or me and the whole gang from another college football show that we affiliate ourselves with. Let's Talk College Football remains to be seen, but we'll see what we'll see. You guys have a great rest of your day. I got to go get a shower from this workout and get some stuff done. I'll talk to you later. Go Dogs.